Welcome to Kool Jam News. I'm your host JRE, and let's begin. Today we're going to talk about on Kool Jam News is IU's sexual interpretation of Zeze. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to say it, but Zeze, Z-E-Z-E. If you guys want to check out the article, it's in the link down below. If you want to open it and read it with me while I'm explaining, that'll be awesome, because that's what I'm about to do right now. IU's in the news for controversy again. Well, not again. She's not that bad of a person, but you know, you can't really judge a book by its cover. But IU's IU. Anyways, back to this controversy. Her lyrics to the song Zeze is based off the autobiographical Brazilian novel My Sweet Orange Tree. And the character that IU based her lyrics on, Zeze, is a 5-year-old boy who is suffering from domestic abuse. That's not good. In the interview, IU said, I wrote the lyrics about Zeze in the point of view of Menguinho in My Sweet Orange Tree. Zeze is innocent, but in some aspects also cruel. He's a very hypocritical character. Because of that, I found him charming and sexy. Okay. Because of that quote from her interview, people found it disturbing that she would describe a 5-year-old child as sexy. And even go as far as to depict him on her album cover in a sexy pose wearing fishnet stockings. If you see the album cover, you see the character Zeze. I think that's how you say it. Zeze or Zeze. Sorry, excuse me in my inaccurate pronouncing the character's name. Considering that the book handles issues of child abuse, many were upset that IU was viewing the character in a pedo-ish way. The lyrics are written from a perspective of Zeze's only true friend in the book, but IU's lyrics give off heavy elements of sexuality. The Korean publishing company for the book My Sweet Orange Tree wrote a Facebook post saying, IU Nim, Zeze is not a child you interpreted him as. They were upset with the lyrics, the cover, and what she said in the interview. They explained, Zeze is a 5-year-old child who has pain within him due to child abuse. We're not sure if cunning and dirty is a proper way to describe him through this book, through the story. The book is an autobiography of the author and is dedicated to many of the Zezes out there in the world who have been abused today still. How can she judge a piece of work with such intent in this way? The fact that Zeze is wearing fishnet stockings and posing in that way, of course, there is a freedom to interpreting creations. But we're not sure if sexualizing a 5-year-old child going through pain of abuse is something we can agree with. The freedom of expression, however, happens under the approval to the public. Now that happened and the rep came into this picture, it all started with IU's interview and the song and how it looked like in the album cover jacket. The Korean published book came out and spoke, and then a rep came out and spoke, and now film critic Hyo-ji Wong. It is wrong of a publication company to propose an extreme strict guideline in interpretation of literature. Interpretation of all literature can be rediscovered moment to moment through one's own will and capability. Says they would not agree with this publication company. Now, this brings into the Lolita concept. Discussions have developed further into IU's Lolita concept, where she's often with infantile things in the music video, like the milk bottle in her past songs, where she sings of being a young girl in love with an older man and wanted to speed up time as a result. One netizen showed a series of IU's pictures from her album and explained, behind her are books with the titles Delicate, Leon, and Discipline. Leon is a famous movie that uses a Lolita concept, and delicate means weak, which signifies a weak girl who is an easy target for abuse. Discipline represents a man who sexually tames a little girl, but there are 3 of them. Doesn't it just scream Lolita? Even a non-expert like myself knows this, so there's no way that a photographer and a person who thought of the concept wouldn't know. IU then apologized, and in an apology she says, hello, this is IU. Though I knew that there are a lot of opinions about my lyrics recently, it took longer than I thought to get the nerve to speak up. I apologize for being late. I sincerely apologize to everyone who was hurt by my lyrics. The recent album is about what's happened to a 23-year-old IU, and it's filled with songs inspired by characters from novels. Zeze is one of the songs. My Sweet Orange Tree is a really precious novel to me. I didn't write the lyrics with the intention of inferring anything sexual about a 5-year-old child. The Zeze is in the lyrics is written in 3rd person using the novel story as a motive. However, I understand that the people who listen to the song could be angered by my lyrics, and many people were hurt because of it. It's because of my immaturity as a lyricist. I also know that many people were surprised by what I said in an interview. In the interview, I said it's not something the young Zeze is saying, but I felt that Zeze's temper was sexy. It's not about the 5-year-old child, but the ambiguity of the temper. However, I believe that it is the negligence for using the word sexy in the discussion about a child. To add, it's my fault that I didn't carefully look into the sources that the producer who arranged the track used for samples in the bonus track. We've currently requested that Britney Spears' side look into it, and following will go into the clearance of the sampling. It's the first time I've acted as a producer for an album, and I think I was too excited and selfish about wanting to receive praise. Because of this, there's been a lot of mistakes. I apologize once again to those who were hurt by this and those who were disappointed in me. I'll work hard to reflect on myself, and I'll show you a more mature side of myself. I apologize. Alright, and then here comes the scriptwriter of the TV show, I think, Hope? Scriptwriter of the child abuse movie. Oh, it's a movie. Hope slams IU and Hyo-ji Wong on Twitter saying, "Even in art, there exist taboos. If someone were to take my innocent work and bring it into the realm of taboo sanctuary under their name of art, I would curse them. Sometimes you have to protect work's last resource for an art to remain art. What angers me the most is the playful words of a critic who doesn't even understand the pains of creation." So this is from a tweet from the scriptwriter of the movie Hope. And from that happens a petition to take down the digital song. On November 6th, Citizens uploaded a signed petition against IU on a portal website or portal site. The goal of the petition is 100,000 signatures, and the subject's material concerns the controversy around IU's song Zeze. Citizens wrote, "IU has crossed the line with the Lolita themes in her song Zeze. IU said she meant the lyrics to be a form of third-party perspective rather than a 5-year-old Zeze, but if that were so, Zeze wouldn't have been used as the illustration of her album artwork. IU meant well, but because of the artwork, the song has become connected to the 5-year-old Zeze in the book, Zeze." The drawing of Zeze in fishnet stockings in a pinup post pulls from a pedophilic theme. This is not all, but pedophiles have already drawn connections to the 5-year-old Zeze in the song. Really? Damn. IU probably understands that it's dangerous for children to be compared to sexual beings. Since IU is an influential singer and producer of her album, she should take responsibility. So, after all that, this whole story about IU and this whole controversy, I want you to put in the comments down below, and I mean the article itself wants you to put in the comments down below. What are your thoughts on all of this ongoing controversy, like with this whole thing going on? Now, if you didn't understand while I was talking, you could go check out the article down below and comment down here, or comment down in this video, comment down in the article as well, put your opinions. What do you think about all this? Put it in the comments down below. That's it for KoolJam News. I'm your host, JRE. Thank you for watching, and till next time, everybody. Bye.